Good morning, North Carolina. Here we are on November 4th. You got one more date and you get to go out and vote. There's a lot of great expectations for the vote in North Carolina. And as anybody knows where I stand and how I feel about it. However, the question is, how do you feel about it and what your position is? If you've not already voted, typically you're probably a traditional Republican red voter. You want to vote for the good of the country, good of the state, put people in places that protect our wonderful country, and so we can continue to grow and not fall back like we have the last 4 years, falling into some kind of debacle with everything that the left seems to have touched. And the disappointment that I've had in the last 4 years was something that I think most of us could have predicted or did predict. I predicted it, that it's going to be the worst 4 years we've had in our history. Short of the Great Depression, and no doubt they tried to push the Great Depression on us to make it even a greater depression. So they've done everything they could for making our streets unsafe, making everything more expensive, making it unaffordable to live a normal life. And the concept of that is coming straight out of COVID. Was to teach you to stay home like you're told. Make sure that you can't go out and do what you want to do. Cut back your earnings, cut back your lifestyle, and teach you how to fall in place like the government wants you to. So when they come out and tell you what to do, you understand how this is going to work in the future if you don't comply. And now they have their advocates in office at the top, who are the whip masters. We'll call them straw balls whip masters, because that's what they are. And they want to continue on with their leftist policies. And we got to stop that nonsense. This is a free country. It's supposed to be freedom of speech. Yet they're trying to take it every day. Amazing when Zuckerberg was rocking and rolling with the FBI and everybody else on Facebook, how that was tampered down to the conservative. And now all of a sudden the left feels like the anti-conservative, the anti-God movements, the anti-American movements are being held out, and they're being held down with their nonsense. Kind of crazy how that works. When they're in charge, they're large, and they don't care what you think. But when you actually gain a little bit more control back of your life, oh no, that's just not good. And it falls back to people in the government wanting to control every move that you make, every breath you take. It kind of sounds like a song, don't it? But anyway, that's what they want to do. That's their goal. Their goal is to empower themselves and break you down to fall into place, fall into line to their way of thinking. If they can't make you do that through verbal communication, they'll try and do everything else out there that'll do it. Any kind of physical restraint. So think about that, folks. When you go vote for America. Vote for good. Vote for common sense leadership. And I'm going to tell you, vote red all the way. Straight red ticket. Don't even look at anything blue. Nothing blue when it comes to politics. You vote for president and you don't get the right governor, the right senators, right congressmen, then your vote doesn't even really count. And if you're out there mad at the world, or you're part of the angry women and weak men club, weak men scared of their angry women, so they're going to vote Democrat / for the first female president. Folks, let me tell you something. I have no problem with a female president, but don't give me a laugh or a giggler. Somebody who thinks destruction and death all across the world, and death of Americans in the military is anything to giggle and laugh about. And then when she's asked a question so simple about, do you support the proposition that's coming up in law in California about supporting law enforcement, tampering down crime, and holding those accountable that commit crimes? Will you support that as a law? Why do they have to come in and have a proposition about a law to enforce the law that already exists? You know why? Because they got people like Kamala Harris in charge. She was there for years. She was supposed to be the advocate of the law, And boy, what a joke she was if you ever look at her living. Enough said about that. Just common sense, folks. Vote for America. America needs your help. North Carolina needs your help. Every state in the country needs your help. We got to get away from the woke. It's time for the woke to go broke. And always remember, always be real. Always be safe. And always be ready. Because you never know when that wolf is going to be knocking at your door.